So you're probably wondering what the hell is going on, huh? I'm making a lasagna. Alright. 25-liter buckets, recycle. Some cracked, some broken, but it still works in the garden. Inside, just a little cardboard going on. For now, there is still a whole lot more to add. Yeah, so container gardening, that's what we're doing. My name is Laxito. Welcome to the Open Nubian Homestead. And this is how I set up my buckets, which I use as grow containers for our container garden. Cool. If only you could smell this. Smells great. Smells lovely. So one of my neighbors has been nice to send me some of the grass that the sheep have been urinating on, defecating on. And check this out. Everything from bananas, eggshell. Some people say don't use the oranges, but what do we care? Some greens that got left over. Serviettes and stuff. Tea bags. Basically anything goes. Just make sure that there aren't any plastics and stuff like that. This will be the last lot that I put in. If you've been following us on Facebook, you remember that I've been sifting a lot of soil out here, so nothing too fancy, but not too bad at the same time. I'm gonna pop this in. We're not gonna fill it all the way to the top. So the idea here is we are recycling, repurposing containers that otherwise would have ended up in a landfill. I think the level is right. I don't want to fill it up too much because remember, we've got a lot of grass down there. We've got a lot of cardboard and food scraps. As that decomposes, it's going to sink a little bit. So I'm going to go a little bit more than I normally do, just to accommodate the fact that it's going to sink. Okay, but that's not a bad thing, because what that does is it gives us room to add stuff as we go along in the gardening season. Alright, what do I mean by that? So you'll see just now. Next step. Now some people will argue here is I've got compost, but I also want to add fertilizer, and I've got bone meal. So what I normally do is before I add the compost, I put in the bone meal. Bone meal is soil supplement, gives you good roots. Check this out, 100% organic. It's just bones that have been crushed. It's like what you would turn to when they put you into the ground. But yours won't look as good as this. Alright, so not too much, just a little bit. And then I will add the compost. The compost I'm using is Garden Master. I've tried others. So far this is what I found to be the best. It is a little bit pricey, but what the hell, I'm buying it in increments. I'm not buying like, you know, a whole truckload. So this is about a liter. About a kg is about a liter. The reason I put in the bone meal first and not on top of the compost is because you really got to work it into your soil. This way I don't have to work it in. It's below, it's covered. Bone meal, remember, will attract animals like dogs, cats, will smell a meal basically. That's what they sense is a meal, and they come out and they dig up the stuff only to find, you know, it's not really poisonous, but I don't want them digging up my container gardens. Alright, so just to recap, cardboard at the bottom, then we've got the grass with fecal matter, which is basically your manure, and then we've got some food scraps from the kitchen, and then we've got soil, and then we added bone meal, and then we added the organic compost, which also includes what you call it, tree bark in it. So it's not just pure compost. If you see it, the texture of it, that's what it looks like, because it includes bark in it. So at least that's what I believe in. Um, the compost will get washed into the soil, and then the bark will remain at the top, which also works as your mulch. So two birds with one stone, if I think smart. Alright, then we got fertilizer. Fertilizer, I'm using Wonder Organic. Wonder is one of my favorite brands as well. Not that I'm getting paid or anything for giving them a shout out, but that's what I'm using. So some people say it's not that cheap. Uh, you know, it is what it is, you know. I like working with it. It's got everything, you know, I think I need. Just a nice handsome sprinkle in there. So what am I putting in these? Give me a sec. What I need, just the trusty body here. And down here, waiting to go in, beans, container beans. I bought these as seedlings. They've been lying here for a while. Watering them every day while they're waiting to go in. And I'm putting 3 per container, so easy as that. Just make some space, separate the roots, chuck them in there. It's my first time planting beans like this, so maybe it's too much, maybe it's not, but that's the beautiful thing about having your own garden. You can do your own thing. It may be the right thing, it may be the wrong thing, but either which way, you are going to learn something from the experience, and nobody can take that away from you. And some water. Watering wise, we've got some rain barrels. We bought these. If you're in Durban, there's a place called Rama. I got these from there. About 200 bucks each or something like that. To set them where the gutters would fall into, at least drop the water into the rainwater, and that's how I water it. And yeah, that's basically it. When I find a spot, I've got 4 more of these to do somewhere along the wall here, and then that area will kind of be done, but it's never really done. That's the nice thing about container gardening. You do what you want when you want, you change it up to what you want it to be at that instant. If you're not happy with the level of sun the plants are getting, you can move them. It's really convenient. If you don't like the way it looks aesthetically, you can change that up as well. There's so much you can do with it. You can even upgrade the containers if you want. But like for me, this is my start. Each and every single container you see out here has been picked up from somewhere, has been reclaimed, has been repurposed. I haven't bought anything from the shop, at least as far as growing containers is. And maybe in an upcoming video, we'll show you guys, take you guys for a tour so you can see the extent to which we've been collecting containers. From me at Open Nubian Homestead, it's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you next one. Cheers.